Falling in love with you. It's my wife, my song, I miss her. Show your team Rudy. Okay, the movie Rudy. Go ahead. Yell.
I will yell.
I will yell.
Would you ever work with Adam Sandler again?
I would love to work with Adam Sandler again. And he knows it. And they want me to do something, and you just never find the thing to do. But it's been too long.
Speaking of the movie Rudy, how much in that movie was it you getting hit, or how much of it was stunt doubles?
37. They sent the stunt double home with a arthroscopic surgery in his knee. Okay, I'm gonna power through these people real quick. 5. Okay, so I did a bunch of it that you can tell clearly on digital effects hadn't been anywhere what they are now, so you can see when it's me. But the double was phenomenal. Steve, I think his name is Steve. Can't remember anything. No, he's amazing. The guy was amazing, and he had to have arthroscopic surgery on his knee when they did the Mud Bowl, and so yeah, brutal.
I was wondering if there's been a moment in your acting that has changed your life personally because of what your character's going through. It changes your personal life.
It's a great question.
Thank you.
It's a great, thoughtful, wonderful question, well asked. So what was it like working on Lord of the Rings? It was awesome. Is there any part you played that affected your life personally? Well... Well, the things I'm most known for, Goonies, Rudy, and Lord of the Rings, really did affect my life. And I think in a weird way, I was all of those characters in my own life before it. The reason I was so right for each of those characters is because it's sort of who I am. In Sam's case, I've always said that Sam is an ideal literary character, and no one's as good as an ideal literary character. But some of those qualities, the earnestness, the loyalty, those kind of things, I'd like to think that I inhabit those in my life. But I think doing those movies, those things, leadership with Mikey and Sense of Adventure, courage, determination, hard work, Rudy, decency, goodness, loyalty, and so many more for Sam. I'd like to think that I fueled those parts with the essence of those things. But then I think ultimately the parts put a bracket around those qualities in me and drew them out. So nobody lives up to those things all the time, and I certainly don't. But I think that there's an expectation I have of myself, and that a lot of people have of me, that is met or not at different moments because of what was established with the performances in those movies. So I could probably answer that better, but there's probably a lot more too. Go on. Okay, great.
So I know you have a number 9 tattoo. I was wondering, 1, where it is, and 2, if I'm so bold to ask, where, if you could show us.
To think of what?
Your number 9 tattoo.
Yeah, it's on the outside of my right ankle.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you can see it online somewhere. But I'm here to confirm that it's there. Yeah.
I was just trying out all the roles you've ever played. What's your favorite? Like, was it Rudy? Was it Sam? Was it Doug?
Doug, 51st States? Protein States? I had this image once. So this is a PG answer, so try not to reveal yourselves as the pervs that you might be. But I was in the shower once. And we have a cool bathroom. The shower has this tile kind of bench there. And I think I was getting ready to do an interview or a talk show or a con or something. And I looked down where the glass met the bench. And I just pictured that there was a box. And inside the box were 20 little characters. Samwise, Mikey, Doug, Lynn McGill, Dave Morgan, Special Agent also. And they were all kind of inhabiting the space and walking around, and there was like a zoo thing, like there was a tire, swinging tire, you know, and Billy Tepper was sitting on from Toy Soldiers was sitting on the tire, and I was just looking down at all of them and watching them and thinking like they're all separate from me, and they're all, you know, it's like your children. I always tell my middle daughter she's my favorite. She's like, Dad, you shouldn't say that. I'm like, but it's true. And I go, now listen, I'm going to tell the other girls the same thing, but with you, I really mean it. So I can do that with the characters, but maybe I shouldn't. Yeah.
Where has been your favorite location to film?
Well, tonight, GVLD. My favorite location to film.
Mordor.
Queenstown, South Island of New Zealand. Okay, quick.
Wondering what was the most humiliating or terrifying experience on the scene or on behind the scenes?
I had a really embarrassing moment when I was a kid, and I made a deal with a sound mixer that he would work on my short film for free if I would come and MC the national cheerleading competition. And so I flew to Denver and I went to the national cheerleading competition, but I hadn't shaved, and I thought, gosh, I look sort of grungy. So I went into the bathroom at the big stadium and I dry shaved, and I went to sort of splash water in my face afterward, and I looked up and there was just blood everywhere. So I had to go out like with all these, you know, 15, 16-year-old girls, come like, oh my gosh, it's a and then, you know, on the big jumbo screen, whenever I see it, it's like rivulets of blood. I'm like, oh, that's bad. Go.
What is your favorite scene from the Lord of the Rings series and why?
I'm trying to think. I promised some moving stuff, some funny stuff, some scary stuff. I'll go with Cradling Frodo and Mountain. Okay.
Oh, this is working. Okay. Do you think that Samwise should have gotten more credit than he did in the Lord of the Rings series?
No. Samwise gets plenty of credit.
Hello. My question is more about 50 First Dates. Can you still...
And I'm just doing now a murder mystery called Freemason that kind of looks into the Freemasonry a little bit. And then there's another one I just finished with Danny Glover and Vinnie Jones called Extraction. I play a CIA agent. In the Freemason, I'm a detective. I'm in my suit era. There were slight glimpses from 24, but this is, I've really come into my own and wearing a tie. So anyhow, so those two things. The other one is called it's Cabin Fever 3 basically, and Patient Zero, and I'm Patient Zero. We did it in the Dominican Republic, and at some point I was walking through a narrow passageway with a red alarm light going on at the bottom of a cave, and water up to my things filled with dead corpses with bleeding pussy kind of whatever, and I was like, this is why I'm here. This is why I wanted. I've never done a movie like this. I haven't quite done a zombie movie yet, but you know, still young. Somebody asked me if on Twitter if I was a zombie, if I was in a zombie movie, what weapon would I want? And I wrote a wink and a smile. Anyhow, so that's those two things. There's something else. I did a Christmas movie for Hallmark TV thing called The Santa Claus. Yeah. And it, I swear, I do so much, I travel so many places, I can't remember anything anymore. But I play an elf. Christmas elf. Santa's executive assistant. That's kind of funny. But I will look like this. I'm also in a tie. I'm like in a Brooks Brothers suit. So no ears, no hair, no feet with the thing. But anyhow, that'll be on TV in America at the end of the year, probably in Canada as well. I don't know. A lot more. All right, questions. pilot for CBS, an hour drama called Surgeon General, the Surgeon General. Jason Isaacs, Voldemort, played the Surgeon General. And we are waiting to hear, Catherine Morris is another star of it. And I play the mental health director in the Surgeon General's office. My mom fell on the floor when I told her that. She's like, "What? You're the mental health director. Perfect. Of course you are." My wife said that. My wife was, "Of course you are. Of course you're the mental health director." My friends are like, "Well, if the shoe fits." So that we're on the edge. I'm on the edge of my seat. I don't know if anybody else cares as much as I do, but I'm on the edge of my seat. Actually, we all care about it. You have to be careful what you say in these settings. I was in Dubai, and I was in a thing like this, only they called it a press conference, and somebody asked a question about animation, voiceover acting. And I play Raphael in the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Come on, stop talking and start fighting! Really, Mikey, that's how you're going to do that? So, the person said, is it different? Is it the same, voiceover acting? I mean, because it seems so different. And I said, no, it's the same, really. You put the same passion and heart into it. Yeah, you're not wearing a costume, but performance, getting into a character, it's, there's technical differences, but from a satisfaction, from a performance experience, they're very much the same. So then we had this great